What's up, guys? Barry Gaming here, back with some more Out of the Heroes, and today we have a nice little treat for you guys. You guys, I know you love seeing some crazy-ish that people make on their accounts. Well, this one is essentially a Fortress Meme team, and we picked an interesting hero here to have as our main hero. Now, it's even interesting to see have like B- support hero Blink, Ice Blinks, because, well, our main householder on this account is in fact UniMax-3000. We have a pretty high power. Wow, 105 on the dining table, which is why the stellar shards are mostly invested into that penny. But we also have a Star Alchemist Holmes Young, which looks like, I don't know, I'm probably gonna build like an Annabelle on this account at some point, I'd imagine. Once you can get the heroes, I don't know, but it's very, very interesting. I'm intrigued to see what the artifact situation is as well. So we, of course, have the crown. We have a fan. We've got demon bells. We have another fan. Interesting. Oh, I just realized there's a Hyperspace Hunter Isla Mako on this account. Maybe for the increase of block and everything. That is a cool synergy there. We even have an Rui all the way maxed out. So we got a lot of artifacts here. And looks like, yeah, just running some Echo of Death for the extra attack on any tenant seems like a good choice. So this is pretty interesting, to say the least. Attack. I mean, running him full attack and with like Kiss a Ghost is actually a pretty cool strategy for the extra healing. One thing to note, this account has already gotten past C-Lane 25 thanks to him. Almost to 26. So let's try this out. Let's see if we can make something happen here. Yeah, we have like literally all of them. Oh wow, we even have the core. Wow, that's actually pretty good. That's actually pretty cool that we have the core from our Star Alchemist Holmes Young. Let's see what happens here. Now, we might want to run him in slot 1 so we can take the brunt of the attacks and let the regular Holmes Young live a little longer. That does seem to be like the strategy we want to do, with maybe one hero in the front being a sacrificial lamb. My guess is we need to run a little bit different on this hero, so he can still be CC'd quite a bit. Here's what I want to run. I want to run Control Purify. I want to run Balance Strike. What's this tree at? 100. Okay, I was like 120 would be overkill. Okay, so he does have the base skin as well. We'll see if Crown is the play. Like I said, I feel like Kiss a Ghost might be a really good one to run right here. We're going to change this over as well. Let's try this out instead. So we're, of course, going to put him slot 1 so he takes the brunt of the hits. Maybe, honestly, put Star Alchemist Holmes Young in the front with him, since he can take some hits as well. And that way he can maybe get some doves going from our Holmes Young in round 2. Seems like they might be able to live. Honestly, having the... This would be probably so much better if Hyperspace Hunter Isla Mako had a lot more power at his disposal, because that means the shields would just be so much better. And this is the thing, Crown on UniMax, I mean, can be okay, but I feel like he needs the damage and more healing potentially. Oh wow, even with Crown though, round 5 is when you basically lose most of your crown here. That's when we're starting to see a big drop off in our power. And the problem with, I feel like, UniMax at this point on an account is that he's gonna be slowly not doing enough damage, even with the core from Holmes Young. Like, that perceptual disorder is absolutely amazing, but the fact that we're just getting double CC'd is the biggest issue here. Maybe switching this up again, maybe just doing something like this is the better option. I don't know. It could be. Finding the right placement for a team like this is interesting. Got a lot of debuffs on the enemy, so there's actually a good chance that taunt sticks on the back row. It stuck with one of them. Yeah, get the fact that Horrify and Freeze are a thing is really weird. It's almost like I just want to do this. It's almost like I just want to run 2 heroes so that like we don't get the Horrify effect. But then too many hits go to our main heroes. And speed seems to be an issue here potentially as well once we get up to 26. We have a speed attack stone. We do. That's kind of nice. Go with like a speed setup and put him back in the front row maybe. Or I mean at least just put the fodder back in, right? Could work. Maybe he's just gotta make sure he's fast enough to go before the enemy, otherwise feels really bad. It's really weird with him having that round 1 active too. Getting some doves off feels good as well, especially because they do have demon bells, so they're feeding energy to UniMax when he gets a round 3 active. It can work, it just takes a long time for UniMax to get going here. And then it's just brutal because they also have that ability to drain energy, and I think that's the worst part about going into this game mode. Aspen Dungeon is up as well. We're 350, so we're definitely into Purgatory. I think mark removal is the way to go on him. Because like round 4, he's going to dispel all his control effects at the very least. No, this is interesting. We could try it. Why not? Let's jump in. Let's see what these 2 heroes can actually do. I don't think they're going to do very well. But they could. You don't know. Yeah, we're at Purgatory 1, essentially. The highest record has been 7. Of course, we're instantly up against someone who has CC, so this is not great. I mean, we cleared the wave. It's definitely not great. Let's see what this UniMax can do, though. Hopefully, we can dodge a lot of CC waves. His issue is just going to be he's not a damage dealer, really. Like, he has to go so many rounds before he can actually start, you know, churning out some good damage. I almost wonder if Crown isn't the best idea. Although Crown gets you to that rampage where you start doing tons and tons of damage. Oh, yeah, Demon Bell... I mean, Demon Potions, they don't really do anything because does he start with full energy every battle? These Sigmunds might just shred him to pieces, though. The Sigmunds do ridiculously high amount of damage here. Yeah, that's pretty much probably what we see most of the time here in Aspen Dungeon. So as fun as it is it very viable? I don't know. We're in Defier. It probably gets tricky even with this. Like, do we have an Ignis? No, we don't even have an Ignis here, which is kind of rough. Honestly, just run this entire team real quick. We can take a look to see what it looks like. Not expecting much again, but it's pretty impressive that, like, you know, old school heroes can still get you to C-Lane 25 nowadays with all the origin levels and all these other things that you can kind of accumulate across your account. But I mean, maybe even running him with a Rui Scepter would be better, but then he's really squishy in comparison to what he would be with a Crown, so I don't know. I think, honestly, what really needs to happen here is a much more powerful Isle of Mach, because if Isle of Mach can stay alive himself and then produce shields for the rest of his team, honestly, it might be better having a stronger Isle of Mach than Holmes Young. I know that sounds weird, but it might actually be the way it would work better. These are long combats for this type of game mode, especially when you already have 2 Transcendence heroes. Usually you're crushing the Fire. You're at least into Vanquisher, maybe even pushing into Dominator. Okay, so he's going his beast mode now. The problem is carries with UniMax, because as you guys know, he needs to use his active ability to really be influential in the battle here. And if he's just constantly getting energy drained, yeah, that's just not going to be a good look. He's going to get shredded. So as fun as this is, it almost feels like there has been a limit to this account until Isle of Mach gets stronger. But hey, that's a UniMax for you. Hopefully you guys enjoy this one. I know there's some huge UniMax fans out there ever since he came out. And I'll see you guys next time.